Hey family, quick realization that I just had because I watched a video about someone who shared how how some people say that we're experiencing reality in the head and everything's happening in the head, and then some people say the heart, and then some people say the spine, another people say the gut, all these different things, right? There's a reason why the placebo effect exists, the placebo and the nocebo. And I'll break it down really quickly. If you Google the double slit experiment, it is saying at the fundamental core of reality, which I'm going to be doing a video on this. This is the Vibrillin Air, Vibrillin X, Vision Quest, Revolution Life. And the reason why is this, is because at the core, the double slit experiments shows and reveals and like screams, because everywhere all across the world, scientists, experts have done this experiment. And they're blown away and they cannot comprehend reality because of this experiment alone. And here's the thing. The minute that you observe a particle, the minute that you observe the wave, which is the oneness, it becomes a particle. It solidifies into reality. But when you take away your observation of it, it's everywhere. So if this is true at the fundamental core of a photon, a beam of light, a particle of light, we're made of gazillions of them. That's why Vibrillin X, right? We're made of gazillion of these photons that make up our atoms, that make up our DNA, that make up our mitochondria, that make up our cells, that unite and form clusters called organs and bones and muscles and all these different things, skin, brain, heart, gut, everything, right? Spine. So here's my thing. When we discover this, then we realize the quantum entanglement, that everything is connected, interconnected. Just like when you Google something, in less than a second, 0.2 seconds, you get millions of hits. There is no time. There's no limitation of time. There is no limitation of space. There is no form of the internet physiologically. Just like us, if you ask yourself and you digress in 1 second and you just reflect, I invite you that if you see when you watch a movie or you play a video game, where is the body? Is it the spine? Is it the head? Is it the heart? Is it the gut? Is it whatever we want to think it is of the video game character? No, it's a bunch of ones and zeros. So what we realize is there is a yin and a yang, a masculine and a feminine, a light and a dark, polarity within us, a positive and negative charge within us, magnetic, electric, okay, that is affecting the projection of who we think we are. So when we realize this, we realize that AI has nothing, what we see online, AI has nothing to the true artificial intelligence, which is the ego. And when we realize this, we realize, wait, quantum entanglement is, we are interconnected beyond universes. This is why you can transcend time. You can visit your past. You can visit your future. This is why the power of being here now. Because being here now ties you to the quantum entanglement of God, of source, of universe, and you have no limitations when you surrender to that emptiness, to that fullness of I amness that you are in this nowness, in this beautiful, present, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent essence of who we are. So when you realize and you really feel and reflect and you question, why is it that those that think they know everything, they tell you to believe something? But those that realize that there is no belief that's actually true, it is all interconnected, they say question everything. Question every dogma, every belief, every religion, every perspective, every thought, every emotion, every story. Because you are much more than you can imagine. We're only experiencing less than 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of physiological, or no, total reality, which we think is physical reality. When we transcend the physical reality, we tap into, the gamma, the alpha, the delta, the theta, the delta, all these different waves of consciousness, and those are even of what we can measure. There's beyond that. So why am I sharing this? As I'm taking these supplements and I'm drinking this living water, it is really a bunch of code, a bunch of information, a bunch of data that the belief in it gives it more charge than this. Now, when we transcend that belief and we come into a knowingness that as this human experience, I know that this is not just this, not food, right? This is why people have been able to transcend and fast and live on breath alone, live on sunlight alone. Because this reality is truly an illusion. When you transcend to the depths of your core of your consciousness, you can play in this human experience, but you're not attached, you're not imprisoned by the human experience, which are where most people are at. So if you would like to go from locked up in your head and freed up in your heart to open up the soul, the truth of who you are, then message us. We would love to support you. If you're already living this life, let's collaborate. If you got any value from this video, please share, tag, comment, and really tag someone that came to mind right now. Who do you think needs this message? Who do you think is waiting to hear this? Because all the work in the world is not going to do what you're already doing. You're already that. So, in the meantime, this is Samadhi sharing the Vibrillin Air, Vibrillin X, Vision Quest, Re-Love Ushin life, reminding you to always remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you truly are.